What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer, and yep, we're just gonna continue right along here with the Ghost from the Past set. I ended off with Trigunity stuff, and yeah, we'll just see what else we got going on here. And I'll probably try to break this down into two parts too, but I'll release both parts today. But anyways, we have Shooting Star Dragon TGX. Okay, this is a Wind Dragon Synchro, level 10, 3300 attack, 2500 defense. All right. Okay, so just a tuner synchro monster and 1+ more non-tuners. It's kind of difficult to do that. It's kind of like, do you want to summon this or crystalline synchro dragon in a way? But when a monster effect is activated that targets a monster you control, quick effect, you can banish one tuner from your graveyard, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. You can only use each of the following effects of this card's name once per turn. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, negate the attack. During your opponent's turn, if this card is in your graveyard, you contribute 2 Synchro. Okay, this is awful. We don't need to talk about that. That's just not a good card. This is... Oh, okay, so I think this is the first printing of this, finally. Would have been nice if this was a ghost rare, although, obviously, it would be, like, impossible to have. So, ultra rare is probably good. Anyways, this requires 3 tuners plus 1+ non-tuner synchros. So this is going to be used in those junk speeder combos. Mostly, I would guess, or there are dedicated red supernova kind of decks, but I think that one's objectively better. So this one basically says cannot be destroyed by card effects, and once per turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect, or when your opponent monster declares an attack, you can banish this card in all cards your opponent controls, and then once per turn during the next end phase. After this card was banished by its own effect, special summon this banished card. It's really good, and I can't believe how long it took for this card to come out, but I'm glad it's in this set. That is definitely one of the cards that you just want to have, without a doubt. This is more Lava support, but I think these are, yeah, just reprints. So I don't really know, like, if these were necessary. Some of them I will. If this card is sent to the graveyard, if you have a Lava monster in your graveyard, other than this card's name, you can send one Lava monster from your deck to the graveyard. Sounds good. So, sweet. Maybe I'll look into Lavals, huh? Is Lavals a good deck? Probably not. You can shuffle 2 Lava monsters from your graveyard into your main deck to target one card your opponent controls. Return it to the hand. This is a synchro. Okay. It is targeting. This is obviously a bit of an older card. I wonder when it came out. Who knows? Okay, that was Lava Dragon. Very nice. We're getting close to the Herratic stuff. I know some of this is new, at least I would guess. This is Molten Construction Field. Send 2 Lava monsters from your deck to the graveyard. Wow, okay. Well, you know what? I really do. I might just have to see what's going on there. I'm liking some of the support. It seems so generic, and it's kind of a deck that you almost just want to invest in at some point. But let's go into the Herratic stuff. Heretic Dragon of Esset. Okay, interesting. Maybe it has some TCGs, but... you can normal summon this card without tributing, but its original attack becomes 1,000. Okay, and we're not starting off on the greatest foot here. Once per turn, you can target one face-up dragon normal monster on the field. The levels of all face-up Herratic monsters on the field currently become the level of that monster until the end phase. When this card is tributed, special summon one dragon-type normal monster from your deck, hand, deck, or graveyard and make its attack 0. I don't know. I'm pretty sure when you link summon, it counts as tributing. Don't quote me on that. I'd actually be curious if anyone in the comments knows, but that would be pretty cool. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like, you gotta play it in the Blue Eyes deck probably is where that home would be best. Okay, this is Heretic Dragon of Tefnuit. If only your opponent controls a monster... you can special summon this card from your hand. Okay, it's a Cyber Dragon. This card cannot attack the turn. It is special summon this way. When this card is tributed, special summon one dragon or monster from me. Okay, it's the same thing. Okay, so I mean, okay, Heraldics or Heratics, I should say, obviously have a normal monster, and that's kind of the basis of the archetype. So this is a Dragon Xyz, rank 6, 2400 attack, 2100 defense. Once per turn. You can attach one material from this card. Special summon one dragon monster from your deck. Make its attack and defense 0. This card cannot attack the turn you activate this effect. Oh, okay, so I'm assuming that's pretty decent. And its effects aren't negated too. Okay. That's not bad at all. Some of these cards I just don't know about because I've never seen them before, so you'll have to excuse me. This is kind of my first time reading this. Herratic Sun Dragon, Overlord of Heliopolis. A light dragon XYZ, rank 8, 3000 attack. That's pretty good. 2 level 8 monsters. Once per turn, you can attach 1 XYZ material from this card. Tribute any number of monsters from your hand and or side of the field, then destroy an equal number of cards on the field. It's non-targeting too. And you contribute tokens, I guess, if you were able to do that. Also pretty decent, without a doubt. And this is the, okay, Herratic Seals. Never bad to have a reprint of this, although I think it's pretty cheap. We won't go over that. I'm sure everybody knows what that card is. This is Herratic Seal of Convocation. It's a normal spell. Add 1 Herratic monster from your deck to your hand. Simple enough. Always nice. Let's see what's going on here. It's cool. I guess the idea is that all of these cards that already existed are just getting bumps. Maybe they're really trying to push this Herratic stuff. Who knows? Let's see here. This is Herratic Seal of Supremacy. This is special summon 1 Herratic monster from your hand. Nah, I'm not really much in support of that. You should have ways to do that without having to have a spell in your hand. So, not in support of that card. This is Herratic Seal of Banishment. Tribute 1 Herratic monster to target 1 card your opponent controls. Banish that card. That's okay. It just feels old, doesn't it? This is Herratic Seal of Reflection. This is a counter trap. When a spell card, trap card, or monster effect is activated, tribute 1 Herratic monster, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. Now that's good. Always nice to have an Infernity Barrier. And this is a continuous trap. And this says, once per turn, during your opponent's turn, you can send 1 Herratic monster from your deck to the graveyard. Okay. Once per turn, during your turn, you can target 1 of your banished Herratic monsters, return that target to the graveyard. When this face-up card on the field is sent to the graveyard, to target 1 Herratic monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. I don't really know which of these is good to send to the graveyard, but I guess a once per turn Foolish Burial is decent enough, although I guess you do have to wait to set it. It's alright. Galaxy Eye Cipher Blade Dragon as an ultra rare. I'm not sure if it's ever had a printing like that. I'd be curious to know, but in any case, so you can detach and pop a card. It's very easily accessible, although ABCs, I should not say ABCs, I should say Union Carrier hurts Galaxy Eyes probably the most because it depended so bad on it. Hopefully they get an archetype version of that, you know. A lot of these are reprints as well. I'm pretty sure they all are. Time Thief Winder. Yeah, I don't really want to go over these, I guess, at all. You guys know what the Time Thief cards do, and it's cool to see them get rarity upgrades. Most of them were commons when they first came out. Yeah, none of these. Although I'm not sure how many printings Time Thief Perpetua has. I think this might be the second one, which is nice. Time Thief Redoer is so close to getting Ghost Rare if it doesn't already have one. But, okay. And we'll just go from here. This is a normal monster. Okay. Wow, that's so interesting, actually. Neat. I'm sure this has something to do with, Herratics? I don't know. Very nice, though. I don't know why you would do that, but that must just be old cards getting ultra rare reprints. Very nice. This is Ackbrave Dragon. I think this is banishes stuff, right? Yeah, if this card is special summon from the graveyard, you can banish as many face-up spells and traps your opponent controls as possible, and if you do, the card gains 200 attack and defense for each banished. Once per turn, during the standby phase, if this card is in the graveyard, because it was sent there last turn, you can target 1 level 7 or 8 Dragon-type monster in your graveyard, except this card, special summon. If this card is in the graveyard because it was sent there last turn. Okay, so there's follow-up plays. Cool. I mean, that's a great card, obviously. This is Trigunity Phalanx. This is the one that you know, attaches itself to a dragon, or I think Dragunity monster. We don't need to go over that at all. Gigantis, this is a really old card, right? Must be special from your hand by banishing one earth monster from your graveyard. This card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard to store all spells and traps. Yeah, that was like ancient. That's interesting. Armed Dragon level 10. Okay. What is this? Mist Valley Baby Rock. When this card is sent directly from the hand to the graveyard, you can special summon it. Alright, sure. A lot of random cards in here. Evil Thorn, of course. This card, you can special summon up to 2 Evil Thorns from your deck in attack position, but their effects cannot be negated. Or cannot be activated, excuse me. Yeah, this is like one of the most, not famous play starters, but when I first started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! That card was around quite a bit. Mind Mole. Once per turn, this card cannot be destroyed by battle. If this card is sent to the graveyard, a synchro material of a beast-type monster, draw 1 card. This card is removed from field by your opponent's card effect. Remove this card from play. Interesting. So I'm assuming this is just used in when you're summoning the synchro that mills a card to negate spells and traps. It's just okay. Tackle Crusader. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can activate one of these effects. Target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Change the target to face-down defense position. Target 1 face-up spell or trap your opponent controls. Return the target to the hand. This turn, your opponent can activate cards with the same name as the card returned to the hand. Alright, interesting. It's not bad. I don't know why I needed to be in here, but yeah. This is a Monarch card. Why is this? Which one does this one do? So this is Thestalos, the Mega Monarch. Pyro 8, 2800 attack, 2100 defense, of course. You can tribute summon this card by tributing 1 tribute summon monster. This card is tribute summoned. Look at your opponent's hand and discard 1 card from their hand. And if it was a monster card, inflict damage to your opponent equal to its level times 200. If this card was summoned by tributing a fire monster, add this additional effect. Also inflict 1000 damage to your opponent after that. Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, I guess this is, you know, that's part of the whole thing. I want to see new Monarch cards, like new monsters, I should say. I was trying to combine monsters and Monarch at the same time. Sure. Where are we at here? Oh, Metalfoes Fusion, that's always really great too. Photon Thrasher, that's just a free special summon, I guess. Because they're trying to sell the Galaxy Eye stuff, I suppose. Ugh. Recover? I don't know what this card is. It's just an Earth Psychic Tuner. No like attack stats, basically. If this card is in the graveyard and your opponent has 5 or more cards in their extra deck than you do, you can pay 2,000 life points, special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Alright, I don't... Wow. Doesn't get more random than that. Raid Raptor Tribute Lanius is getting a reprint. I know I've been talking about that in my Raid Raptor videos, so it's always nice to see that. And it's also ultra rare. It's kind of cool. Hopefully this isn't short printed. I doubt it will be. Cosmo Tin Can, this is kind of its play starter. I don't really have to go over that. I'm sure you guys know about Cosmos. I don't think Cosmos have gotten any support. Yeah, all of these cards are just kind of core in there. They're not new. What is this? Rare Metalfoes Bismugear. Okay. Pendulum. Scale 8. No attack or defense. Pendulum effect. Once per turn, you can target one other face-up card you control, destroy it, and if you do, set 1 Metalfoes spell or trap directly from your deck. Once per turn, you can target one other face-up card you control, destroy it, and if you do, set 1 Metalfoes spell and trap directly from your deck. That seems really good, right? If this card on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can add 1 Metalfoes monster from your deck to your hand during the end phase of this turn. The monster effect's not so great, but the pendulum effect's really good with a good scale. I'm sure everybody who plays that knows that already, though. Okay. Backup Secretary. Yeah, this is that free special summon to a link zone. Interesting. Alright, so really just packing it in here. Solomon Great Falco, of course, is just one of their play starters. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 Solomon Great spell or trap in your graveyard, set that target to your field. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target one Salamangreat monster you control, except this card. Return that monster to the hand, and if you do, special summon this card. Okay, fantastic. Danger Thunderbird. Okay, why not? I don't know if this needed a reprint, but decent, I suppose. I think a lot of the dangers can come off the ban list. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but okay, let's just keep rolling along here. Dragon Knight Draco Exquisite. I do not know what this does. This is a Fusion Dragon Wind, 3200 attack, 2000 defense. 1 Dragon type Synchro monster plus 1 Warrior type monster. Okay, this better be good. Must be Fusion summoned once per turn. You can target 1 Dragon Synchro monster in your graveyard. Banish that target, and if you do, until the end phase. This card's name becomes that monster. Also replace this effect with that monster's original effect. While this card is in attack position, your opponent takes any effect damage you would have taken from card effects instead. I don't... Okay. I guess if you're banishing Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, but wouldn't you rather just keep Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon on the field? I don't know, dude. This is Metalfoes Oryx Chocolate. 2 Metalfoes monsters. If a Metalfoes monster you control attacks a defense position monster, inflict double piercing battle damage to your opponent. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target 1 card on the field, destroy it. I'm sure this is part of like either going up in your plays or something. So you'll, the piercing battle damage is just okay. But popping a card is always nice. All right, what else do we have? This is Metalfoes Mithrilium. I think this is a good card. You can target 2 Metalfoes cards in your graveyard and 1 card on the field. Shuffle those targets. It does target. Or no, you can target 2 Metalfoes monsters in your graveyard and 1 card on the field. So that... Does that targeting also go to the second part of this? Or maybe not? I'm going to say no. So this is non-targeting shuffle. And if you do return the target on the field to the hand, you can only use this effect, this card's name, once per turn. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Metalfoes Pendulum monster from your graveyard or face-up extra deck. I wish it was when this card was Fusion summoned, because I'm pretty sure there's ways to do that during your opponent's turn. But still, a good card. This is Meteor Black Comet Dragon. It's a Fusion Dragon, Dark, level 8. Requires 1 level 7 Red Eyes monster plus 1 level 6 Dragon type monster. If this card is Fusion summoned, you can send 1 Red Eyes monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard. And if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the original attack of that monster. If this card is sent from the monster zone to the graveyard, you can target 1 normal monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Decent enough. I'm sure lots of Red Eyes players use this card. Buster Dragon. This is, oh, thank you, yes. Wow, this is one of the biggest reprints in the entire set. Because the rest of the Buster Blader stuff is super cheap. Let's effing go, boys. I did not know this was in here, and I've been waiting for this reprint forever. I'm sure everybody has. It's like $20. I'm not spending $20 on this card. And now, oh yeah, let's, might be worth a revisit soon now. Artifact Duranthal. This is a decent one. Once per turn during either player's turn, when a monster effect is activated on the field or when a normal spell or trap card is activated, you detach 1 material from this card. The activated effect becomes destroy 1 spell or trap your opponent controls. You can detach 1 XYZ material from this card. Each player with a hand shuffles their entire hand into the deck, then draws the same number of cards shuffled into the deck. Okay, interesting. The second effect is weird. This card is better than I thought it was. That's kind of neat. I wonder if you don't control any spells and traps, can you activate it? That's a question for somebody who's not me. Another, reprint of Dark Requiem, which is really cool. I don't know what I have, but nice, sure. For Raid Raptor support, I suppose, or just a reprint for that. More Metalfoes cards. Metalfoes Steelin. Pendulum effect. Once per turn, you can target 1 other face-up card you control, destroy it, and if you do, set 1 Metalfoes spell and trap card directly from your deck. Once per turn, you can target one other face-up card you control, destroy it, and if you do, set one Metalfoes spell and trap directly from your deck. Okay, and it's a normal monster with 2100 defense, also a scale 8. Really cool that you can set like 2 scales and destroy the other one, so you're not really, you know, lots of flexibility in the Metalfoes archetype. I think it's a really, it seems like a hard archetype to kind of understand. Maybe I'll look into it too. This is Metalfoes Silvered. This is also a normal monster. It's a Psychic Fire, 1700 attack, it's scale 1. Once per turn, you can target one other face-up card you control, destroy, and if you do, set one Metalfoes spell and trap directly from your deck. Once per turn, you can target one other face-up card you control, destroy it, and if you do, set one Metalfoes spell and trap card directly from your deck. A lot of them have that effect, obviously. This is Gold Driver. This is a scale 1 as well, level 4 Psychic, 1900 attack. That's pretty decent normal monster too. Pendulum effect. Once per turn, you can target one other face-up card you control, destroy it, set a Metalfoes spell and trap directly from your deck. And same thing. So these all like are the same card. It's actually kind of strange that they don't differentiate themselves at all. Fresh Medolce Sistart. Okay, that's the Link monster that protects your spells and traps. Really cool. Update Jammer is just part of that combo, I think. When you're trying to get a 2 attack, let's see, once per turn, or once per battle during damage calculation. If your Cyberus monster battles, quick effect, you can activate this effect. Negate all their card effects on the field until the end of the damage step. Damage calculation for this battle uses each monster's original attack and defense. Also, if an opponent's monster is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, inflict 1000 damage to your opponent. This card is sent to the graveyard as link material. That link monster, yeah, that's exactly what I thought. People use this. I just use it in one of those combos I did for Salmon Grades. This is Splash Mage. It's another Cyberus link for sure. With, let's see, 1100 attack, top right and bottom right. Interesting zones. 2 Cyberus monsters. You can target one Cyberus monster in your graveyard, special summon it in defense position, but negate its effects. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except Cyberus monsters. Yeah, these are all part of those like big combos that our people have during those archetypes. Salvage, we just got a reprint in the structure deck, so that's a waste of a spot for sure. Gear Town, this is the field spell. I don't know if that was needed, but maybe it's a good rarity bump. Emergency Teleport. Okay, it's interesting. Ojama Country. For turn, you can send an Ojama card from your hand to the graveyard. Special summon one Ojama monster from your graveyard. While you control a face-up Ojama monster, switch the original attack defense of all monsters on the field. I don't know. I think this is just a really old card, so maybe that was kind of necessary. Miracle Synchro Fusion. Room for play or your side of the field or graveyard. The fusion materials listed on a fusion monster card that lists a Synchro monster as fusion material monster. Interesting way of saying that. And special summon that fusion monster from the extra deck. This special summon is treated as a fusion summon. So I just went over that one card a while ago that does that, but I don't know. I would never use that. That's just kind of silly. Mass Change 2. I guess it's just cool to have ultra rare printings of this. Resonator Engine. Target 2 Resonator monsters in your graveyard. Add 1 level 4 monster from your deck to your hand. If you do, return those targets to the deck. It'd be kind of easier. I don't know if it's good for them to be recycled. I'm assuming it does. You probably go through your entire deck like instantly. And it's also a search. Resonator Call. It's cool that they're actually, it's nice, the ideology, because they have the red supernova. Like, add a few more of these reprints, right? Oh, this, okay, it already does have that. Add a Resonator monster from your deck to your hand. Neato. Xyz Burst. If you control a rank 6 or higher XYZ monsters, destroy all set cards your opponent controls. I don't think that's searchable, so I'm just going to say, like, alright. Well, I guess we'll be able to finish this out. Very nice. Medolce Chateau. Lots of Medolce reprints, which is pretty cool. It's man, it's a really good deck, honestly. So, Metalfoes Fusion. Okay, really cool. I don't know if this has a printing that high. Neat. Orchestrated Return. You know, more reprints. Send a Orchestra World Legacy monster from your hand or face up field to the graveyard. Draw 2 cards. Such an insanely good card, by the way. I don't think... Oh, Evenly Match is getting a reprint. Huh, really cool. Okay. Terror of Teshula. Didn't this card just come out in the structure deck? This card also, by the way, is just not good. I am disgusted. And here we are to the Ghost Rares. Dark Magician, Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon, because I'm pretty sure Blue Eyes already has a Ghost Rare printing. Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, that's really cool. The new Firewall Dragon, why are they making this a Ghost Rare? There's a lot of them. There must be one per box, I'm going to guess. And also, it's also funny that Blackluster Soldier of Chaos is a Ghost Rare because people wanted a reprint for this card, but not this. This is going to be more expensive than the other printings. But yeah, Dark Magician getting its first Ghost Rare reprint, or Ghost Rare printing. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, I'll probably do another video about like how my overall feelings about this, but I just wanted to go over each of the cards and, you know, just go from there. Other than that, that's going to do it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think of this set in the comments down below, and I hope you guys have an absolutely wonderful night.